The courtroom cameras captured a moment that would ripple across the internet and reignite public belief in justice. Karen Whitmore, 48, stepped through the doors of Judge Judy's courtroom in designer sunglasses, gripping a spotless white cane. She moved with exaggerated uncertainty, her gestures overly dramatic, her posture carefully crafted to resemble what she believed blindness should look like. It felt less like reality and more like a performance staged for sympathy. What unfolded over the next 12 minutes would become one of the most shocking exposures of courtroom deception ever televised, shared tens of millions of times across the world. But what made this case extraordinary wasn't just that Karen was lying. It wasn't even that she would lose. It was the method Judge Judy used to dismantle her deception, an ingenious, devastatingly precise reveal involving an unexpected four-legged participant Karen never anticipated. Karen had entered that courtroom convinced her scheme was flawless. For 6 months, she had portrayed herself as suddenly blind, collecting disability benefits, filing lawsuits, and drawing sympathy from those who believed her story. She had rehearsed tirelessly, studying videos, acquiring props, perfecting every detail of vulnerability. Her latest target was Barbara Chen, a small business owner she accused of firing her due to her alleged disability. Karen demanded $125,000, confident her act would withstand scrutiny. Barbara, seated at the defense table, looked drained. At 52, she had built her accounting firm from the ground up. Karen had worked there briefly as a bookkeeper before claiming she was losing her vision due to a rare condition. Initially supportive, Barbara had offered accommodations. But inconsistency soon surfaced. Cow workers reported seeing Karen drive. Security footage showed her moving confidently when she believed no one was watching. Barbara even caught her reading messages on her phone, despite claiming she couldn't see. When confronted, Karen threatened legal action and followed through. Judge Judy had spent 2 days reviewing the case. Her instincts, sharpened over decades on the bench, told her something was off. She had seen countless frauds, but disability deception struck a personal chord. She had worked alongside individuals with genuine impairments, people facing real struggles. The idea of someone exploiting that reality for profit stirred a deep sense of anger. So she prepared carefully, unmooned to Karen. Judge Judy had already contacted the doctor listed in her medical records, reviewed surveillance footage, and examined her digital activity. She had even arranged for a special participant to attend the hearing, someone who would expose the truth beyond dispute. As proceedings began, Karen delivered her performance flawlessly. She fumbled papers, knocked over a cup, and spoke with rehearsed emotion about her sudden blindness. Her voice cracked at the right moments, her gestures carefully timed. Some in the audience appeared moved, but Judge Judy remained still, observing every detail. When Karen finished, Barbara presented her evidence, footage, witness statements, and social media activity contradicting Karen's claims. Karen responded defensively, accusing others of discrimination and insisting her condition was real. Then Judge Judy shifted the tone. She questioned Karen about her medical documents, revealing that the doctor listed had retired months earlier. The letter submitted was forged. The courtroom atmosphere changed instantly. Karen faltered but continued insisting on her story. Next came a demonstration. Judge Judy asked Karen to show how she used her cane. Karen's technique was clumsy and incorrect, more theatrical than practical. Judge Judy pointed out the flaws immediately, then came the social media evidence. Photos of Karen at a shooting range, hitting targets with precision, taken just weeks prior. Karen scrambled for explanations, but none held. The tension escalated. Finally, Judge Judy introduced her final test. The courtroom doors opened, and a golden retriever named Bailey entered, wearing a certified service vest. Calm, focused, and highly trained, Bailey was accustomed to assisting visually impaired individuals. Judge Judy instructed Karen to walk across the room with Bailey present. As Karen moved forward, she subtly adjusted her path, avoiding the dog without using her cane to detect it. The movement was natural, instinctive, and revealing. Judge Judy seized the moment, questioning how Karen could navigate around an unseen obstacle. Karen attempted to explain it away, but the doubt was now undeniable. Then came the decisive moment. Judge Judy called for a tennis ball. Without warning, she threw it directly toward Karen. In a split second, Karen reacted, raising her hands and catching the ball cleanly with perfect coordination. The courtroom froze. In that instant, everything collapsed. Karen stood motionless, the ball in her hands, her claim shattered beyond repair. The silence was overwhelming as realization spread across the room. Judge Judy spoke with controlled intensity, asking how a blind person could perform such a precise action. Karen's excuses crumbled. She removed her sunglasses, revealing normal, healthy eyes. What followed was no longer a defense. It was a confession of desperation. Judge Judy laid out the full extent of the fraud: multiple lawsuits, falsified documents, disability payments collected under false pretenses. The scale was staggering. Her ruling was swift and firm. The case was dismissed. Karen was ordered to compensate Barbara for legal expenses. More importantly, the matter was referred for criminal prosecution. The aftermath was as immediate. The footage spread rapidly online, viewed millions of times. The moment Karen caught the ball became a symbol of exposed deception. Public reaction was intense, particularly from those advocating for individuals with genuine disabilities. Legal consequences followed. Charges were filed. Karen ultimately pleaded guilty and received a prison sentence, along with full restitution. Barbara's business recovered, and she became a voice against fraudulent claims. Bailey, the service dog, gained widespread attention as an unexpected hero, and the case itself became a lasting reminder that deception, no matter how carefully constructed, eventually unravels. That justice, when pursued with precision and integrity, can reveal truth in even the most convincing performances. Karen believed she could manipulate the system. She believed her act would hold. But in the end, it took one courtroom, one judge, and one undeniable moment to bring everything into the light. Justice was not only served, it was witnessed.